Yeah,
3,
I
2,
know,
1
right?
balls.
Like, and
I
I
could
think
do that.
that's just
3,
the
2,
beginning.
1
3,
balls.
2, 1, balls.
I changed things so that I could change the name of my stream before it went live, like confirm the name of my stream before it went live, and it went live, and I had forgotten that it did that. What noises do I want you guys to not be able to hear because I'm not able to stream it via Discord. Let's see here. City. You're in the city. Mellow. Monastery. No, that'll have weird, like, chanting, I bet.
Yeah, but you can turn that off individually.
Yeah, but then I think it'll change this whole library. Can I mute it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can just like turn that one off.
Blink. What else? This one. There. Noise in the background. Okay, kids. I didn't write your recap, so I'm gonna make it up. First of all, internet, welcome to the new stream. We have my husband, not Luthera, to thank for the layout and the fiddly bits there. We have our Druge, Tech Soup, helped with the web captions, as did Harlick and or what do you go by on the internet? Random guy?
Harlick Sandworm, apparently.
That's the one.
Yeah. The three of them, Luth, Tech, and Random, helped me get the captions up and running. Stop posting as me.
What? Oh, sorry. Whoops.
So you have them to thank for getting the web captions. I also used a video from Scraticus Academy, and I also was chatting with Sam Wisest on Twitter about how to get this up and running. So Herculean effort. Enjoy the crap out of these, god damn it. And I don't have censoring turned on for bad words. So once again, this is a family-friendly stream. Da-da-da.
I remember you figuring that out.
Yeah, so yes, we've upgraded the stream. Also, I can't remember if my face has been on here before, but face, so I can like gesture and make super faces and like blah blah blah. But I'm not requiring my players to do it because frankly, I don't know how. And I'm not trying to figure that out right now. I hope you guys have joined us from the privacy of your own homes because the world is burning and you're gonna watch this and it's gonna distract you for a little bit, is the intent anyway. All right, recap. Let's jump there. Does anybody have any questions before I jump into the recap? I assume not, but I'll ask. No? Cool. So let's see, last time you were in Mistress Shine's, probably, mental asylum. Oh no, see, that's chanting, and I asked for no chanting. Make the chanting stop. We muted the chanting. Ah, fuck it. There's gonna be chanting. Ignore the chanting. You guys can't even hear it. No one cares.
Can't hear it anyway.
Whatever. So you were in Mistress Shine's house. And she was, we picked up where she was off trying to get something of Dudman's. And so she comes back with a cigar box, and it's got a couple of knickknacks in it. Druge was able to get a good scent off of it and was able to follow that scent through the city and to the temple. I have a note here that says Harlick helps. It's annoying, but it works.
He burned the poison dice out of my second roll.
Yeah, but I don't remember what was annoying about it.
I was giving them a tour of the poorer sections.
Right. That was adorable. So you followed the smell. Marthala spots Billy, the urchin that had told you to go talk to Mr. Shine. Another urchin tries to mug Harlick, but Brandon mugged him back. You guys ran into Garen again. The little gnome dude that kind of led you into an ambush last time. You guys scared the shit out of him. Like a bunch. You intimidated the crap out of him. And he gave you directions to the temple, which match the scent that you're following. You get to the temple. Druge had attached his tusk swords. Brandon tries one more time to see if anybody really wants to just turn around and go home. Or wait for Gather. But everybody walks in. You all rolled perception checks. Couldn't tell you why, because I didn't write it down.
I did mage armor. I remember that.
This is why you write down. This is why you do recaps. You had mage armor?
Yeah, when Drew started putting on his tusks, I did mage armor because it seemed prudent.
Sure, yeah. If Druge were putting on tusks in front of me, I would put on mage armor too. And I left off with Quentin heading toward the back. You guys learned that all temples in this city are abandoned. This temple is supposedly super haunted, according to Garen. Harlech wants to spend all his time here. All of it. Because it looks like it was abandoned in a hurry. Brandon is... I wrote this down, and I think usually when I write down learned stuff, I'm writing down what you guys say out loud to me, so this is not how I would have referred to it. But, according to my notes, Brandon is a scaredy cat who also likes to break people's legs.
Wow, now.
There are massive class distinctions in Wald, which I was just tickled that you guys said out loud. And the skeleton gang appears to be no more. The RP points currently go to... Druge, for continuously acting as automatic advantage for Relic's intimidation rolls.
Alright, yeah.
And I think there's a... This needs to be quieter for me, I'm sure.
Sounds real good though.
Oh, does it? How do I make it be quieter for me?
It needs to be quieter on stream though as well. Could just slide it down.
How's that? Wait a minute, and then tell me how's that. But then also tell me how to turn it. Left or right? Booth.
Still sounds pretty loud.
Do I turn it left or right to make...
I believe it should be to the right if it's doing it right.
Okay, I don't know if somebody else had a... Oh, Brandel, technically you had an inspiration, but I took it...
Yeah, I had an inspiration from 2 weeks ago, but I wasn't here last week.
And I might have taken it away from you.
I thought you
okay.
took it away from him.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. You scared the shit out of me, so that cost you a damn inspiration die. Okay. I believe we are ready to get started. Is that belief echoed by the rest of y'all?
It's echoed by the pupper.
Can you tell me what kind of light you guys have in here? Currently, there's just light streaming in from the outside from these narrow, gappy windows up at the top of the church.
You mean like what do we see in the player screen?
Yeah,
Or
no,
what
I
do we
mean,
have
like,
on us?
What do you guys have on you?
Oh,
Is anybody using light of any kind?
Quentin is not.
I haven't
I don't,
yet, but I do
no,
have
I don't have
torches.
light. I
Me
just have
neither,
my
no
eyes.
torch.
That's it.
Cool.
Well, if it looks like we need it, I will pull out one of my torches and light one of those.
Okay, I will say it's dim in here, so if you're going to do any kind of investigations, it's either going to be at disadvantage or there needs to be some light.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and
What's wrong
cast
with it?
light on my greatsword.
Cool.
Dope.
I'll cast light on my greatsword so that Relic can see where he's going.
Just him.
I'm not scared cat.
I feel rather silly for not having that.
You don't have light?
I do not have light.
Dude, I feel silly for taking night vision thing when everyone also doesn't have night vision, so like
Magical
everyone is
darkness,
gonna use light
though.
anyway.
It'll,
I don't know about you.
It'll be important at some point. I promise.
I know, but for so far it has not been
Someday.
useful.
Just wait, we're gonna split the party, and then you'll really appreciate it.
Someday you'll be in front.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tell me
all
what you
die.
guys are doing.
Checking out everything.
Okay, Quentin was heading towards the back.
Yeah, there was a path towards the back, and there was a door that's been disturbed by that.
Can
to the left.
can I approach, because it
This
looks like the
door?
one door is open toward us? Could I
Yes.
approach that slowly and see if I can hear anything behind it?
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
I am probably making particular note of inscriptions,
Oh, I don't have
frescoes,
you on this
and
map.
what might be artifacts.
Hang on, let me put you on
The
the
fact
map.
that you
You're
used
not on
the
the
word
map.
17.
17. Hold that thought. I forgot to put what's his butt on the map because I was really hoping to get.
I'm everywhere, all at once.
No map. No. Drop it. Drop it. This one. And this one. Oh, I don't have that token.
This is you.
Fuck it. Because
I'm running to and fro, all over the map.
this is you. For now.
Yeah, that fits.
Harlick has the zoomies. It's fine.
Okay.
Now, currently,
Um,
Fog of War is not on.
Yeah, I know. I'm fixing it.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, that sounded very irritated. Thank you for your help. My
Hey,
love.
we've been trapped in the house for over 3 weeks. I
3
think we're doing
weeks!
Great.
Okay.
We love each other very much, very still, and I'm proud of that.
Yes, we're probably one of very few couples that are going to get a divorce at the end of this.
Wait, that are?
No, Art.
What are you not
Surprise!
I said Art.
No.
I mean, divorce isn't bad. I might get stabbed.
No, I do not intend to divorce the magical being that is my husband. He's
I
my
feed
light
you.
and my love, and I can't do without him.
More importantly, I make your Twitch overlays.
Yeah, that's really why I'm keeping him around. Andy's tall. Okay, so we're gonna resolve this one at a time. That being, Marthala goes first. You do not hear anything beyond the open door. It is as silent as a grave.
I'm gonna try and scooch my way through the doorway
Can I sneak up right behind Marthala?
without disturbing anything. Like I want to try not to touch the walls or anything as I'm doing it.
Roll me a
Please leave everything as you found it.
dex check.
13.
You encounter a giant spider web. But you don't get entangled in it. Like you like Spidey senses, like you realize you're about to walk into it. Just a huge, not a
Like
giant
from
spider.
a giant spider?
No, just like a regular spider
A lot
pooped
of it.
out. Just a giant fucking web.
Ah.
Can I sneak up right behind Marthala? She's going in the door.
What's your passive perception, Marthala? And Quentin, roll a stealth.
It's an 11.
Well,
17.
yes, you can.
She's like spitting the spider web out her mouth. I'm gonna kind of lean over her shoulder and go, "What are you doing?" I'm gonna just stand up.
Stab.
Don't do that. And I'm gonna like half punch him jokingly on the shoulder, but it's actually gonna be a real punch on the shoulder.
Yes,
Probably.
do the damages.
My AC is
Slam.
17. I don't know.
Yeah, am I rolling to hit or am I just hitting him?
I think you can just hit him and
Okay.
roll
I don't
a
need to try it
d4
with
of
my
damage.
fancy new shield.
Roll a
Okay.
d4. All right.
Yeah.
That's a 4.
Yeah, you take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
You spin, you fall down.
Well, I'm a quarter down.
What? You have more than 16 points, don't you?
I have 18.
So
you deserved
You
it.
lose.
Okay, so, yes,
Ow,
spider
ow.
web. Okay, I'll say it's 2 bludgeoning damage. We'll say
You
2.
hear Drew's laughing through his trunk in the background.
I'll
Actually
just
gonna-
stand there and
trunk.
scowl.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can answer my question or just beat me up.
I was seeing if there was anything of interest in here. You always go traipsing off on your own. Let me have a little adventure.
Yeah, but I'm sneaky about it. I'm just kind of wander off.
Oof. Okay.
I should have hit him harder.
That's what you got you punched.
You really should have.
Okay, are you gonna go in the room?
Yeah, now it's a spite thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go in.
Okay. So you head in. You're gonna find what looks like a study. Like there's no bed in here. It's just the table and a bookshelf of shelves. The chest is actually smashed in. I couldn't find a smashed in chest. So the chest is actually smashed in, and it looks like there's a rat nest in there, but that's it. And on the table are just ruined books. Like clearly something's been eating the paper and like using it as a bathroom, and like it's ancient, and the shelves are just empty. Like it's incredibly dusty, and there's 1,000,000 spider webs in here.
Lovely. Any salvageable books?
Roll a investigation.
Sure. That will not teach me anything, I'm sure. That's a 10.
Not that you can see. I think maybe you're like they're ruined enough that you don't dig too hard.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and poke my head back out the door and say, Quentin, you've got to see this. Come in here, fast.
So I'll cautiously walk over.
Uh-oh.
Like, not like working out. I'm just waiting for her to like smack me in the face when I walk in the door.
Instead, I'm gonna like sort of usher him over to the crushed in chest.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he's close to it, I'm gonna just scoop up some of that nasty rat nest goodness and throw it on his shirt.
Because being green wasn't bad enough.
Yep.
Now you're green and you smell bad.
And then I'll stomp out of the room.
Great.
I just kind of like wipe it off and flick it to the ground, looking like not completely disgusted, but more like, oh man,
Resigned.
like yeah, a resigned, disgusted.
Resigned
and just
to
kind of
rat
flick it to the
poop.
floor. And as I walk out, oh, Brandon's nowhere near the door. Okay.
Nope.
He is not. Okay, let's chat with Harlick for a second. Harlick, can you be more specific than I look at everything? Because I made a map.
So inscriptions, frescoes, potential artifacts.
Right, so
was the things I said earlier?
I believe the thing that I said was that there's a thin band of stone a little above head height that has an inscription on it. And the inscription was in the language of Tech. Do you remember? Veteran?
Oh, the green people.
What is it?
Giant.
Verdin, that one.
Oh yeah.
I knew
right,
it was
okay.
some version of green in another language.
So I don't understand it.
Right.
So I'm gonna like immediately cast what's that called?
Comprehend languages.
That's the one. Found it.
How long does that take to cast?
I mean, given my excitement, a round.
Unless you don't have it prepared for the day, in which case it takes 10 minutes.
That's more what I was interested in. Do you have it prepared?
Yes, there are several things that he has prepared pretty much all the time. He doesn't have that many spells. Yeah, it's one of them.
Okay, just checking. So yes, in your excitement, you cast it, and what does it look like when text that is in another language suddenly becomes clear to you? Is it like it just sort of shimmers and the letters sort of float to the surface that are in your language, or?
I mean, I imagine my eyes glow a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then the words kind of reform into something I can read.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so around the room is a couple of different phrases being repeated. One of them is chaos is beautiful. One of them is you will find beauty in chaos. One of them is it roughly translates to chaos is everything, with an overtone of like all encompassing and rightness to it. Not brightness, rightness, like correctness to it.
That's gotta look weird.
Well, yeah, and like again, I'm simplifying these concepts down into your language as well. It's much more complicated and pretty in Vedran.
Yeah, I imagine the understanding goes past what it looks like. It's just the concept is probably complex.
Yeah, it's definitely a very complex process or concept. Yeah. Cool.
All right, well, I'm gonna try to take notes furiously.
Okay. Great. Now, Quentin was moving towards the back of the room. Is anybody doing anything other than moving towards the back of the room?
I mean, I'll probably work from entrance to back unless something super enticing is in the back, which means I'll eventually go into that tiny little room.
Sure. Okay.
I'm gonna go over to the right there and check out what's going on over there.
Over this way?
Yeah. I'm
So-
gonna poke it gingerly with my finger.
So this is taller than you. It's like a stone basin that's about 5 feet tall. And it's made out of what seems to be marble. With fairly generic shaping. So like fluting and stuff, but nothing.
So I can't see the top of it.
No.
Oi, Biggin, somebody come over here and tell me what's up on top here.
Ooh, I'll do it.
Go. Oh.
I guess I'm pretty tall. I'll go too.
Druge doesn't move at all.
I'll go.
I believe Druge
I will
was who was being
probably-
referred to.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but I got
I
curious.
assume this is taking place while you're in the other room.
Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
This is
it
all
can be. Yeah. So Harlock and Brandel, what you see is a stone basin. And it's about this deep, 4 inches, like to scoop out. It's fairly shallow. It's full of just dust and like bird droppings, but it's
More poop.
yeah, more poop.
Cool.
Spider
So I'll
webs.
have like a running description of like what I'm finding
Mm-hmm.
out loud. I will probably pull out. I would imagine I have like a feather or two on a handle that I start brushing things with, so that I can.
What?
Hey, archaeology background. Thank you.
Right. Yes.
I have ridiculous tools like that.
Got him.
I'm here for that. Continue.
How many of those feathers look like they were stolen from a mattress somewhere?
It's not important. Okay.
Good response.
Oi, somebody lift me up here. Let me see what's up there.
Say again.
Lift me up. Somebody let me see up there.
Okay, but don't touch anything.
Don't get handsy then.
No, I'll ruin potential artifacts.
So Harlock picks up relic.
I mean, yeah, he's
Harlock,
probably not that great at
remind
it,
me
but like
what
heaves
like-
him a little bit.
type of thing you are.
What type of thing?
Excuse me.
No, Harlock,
Me?
not
Halfling.
I'm a
No.
human.
human. Can you roll me a strength check?
Sure.
Oh, please drop him in the poop.
Face first.
You'd have to lift me 5 feet up.
Marv, there's bird poop in here.
Can I just whisper to Druge? Wouldn't you be having an easier time with this?
That is a 12.
It's not smooth. You do get a little handsy, and Relic is not comfortable with what, and so like you get him up there and he bumps against the stone, and it's enough to like rock it a little,
Whoa, careful, careful,
and
careful.
like dust floofs up.
I mean, probably, but this is entertaining to watch.
Oh, I agree 100%. I'm just,
Does,
for when he brings it up later is one of your shortcomings.
What did I
Haha,
just...
sure.
can I remember anything religious-y off of this here thingy?
Roll me a religion check. That seems silly.
That is
Sacrificial bird poop.
Definitely.
16.
So, I want to make
60.
I want to make a disclaimer to the internet that I am making this shit up, but it is also drawn from experiences I've had in the past. So, don't at me, bro. The basin, this basin to be the kind of basin that is typically full of very clear water that's been blessed by a priest, and the congregation would use it to wash their face and their hands, and usually there would be cloths on shorter tables next to the stone. But you don't see anything like that, and the basin is empty of anything you'd want to rub in your face.
So I know that, right?
Yes, you know that.
Oh, mate, you know what this is? This is a holy relic. This is used for special water. Look, Harlock, me chum. I bet if you bottled up some of that stuff and stuffed it down in a jar and kept it in your pocket, it'd probably be worth something. And I would like to persuade him to try and take rat poop out of the thing and put it in a jar and put it in his pocket.
Roll me a persuasion check, and I believe that would be against...
Charisma saving throw?
Yeah, charisma saving throw sounds right. Tech?
Possibly insight.
He just did a pelvic thrust, you guys. I feel like he rolled
God.
well.
I feel like you probably did. Oh yeah, insight would work too.
I think I'll call
That
it
is a-
insight.
Dirty 20.
Damn.
Oh, boy.
Harlock, roll an insight check against this gentleman.
Yeah, it's not equivalent to a dirty 20. It's like 11.
I'm just standing there like nodding.
Mark.
Super believe him.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
I mean,
mate.
I was gonna do it anyway.
Okay.
This is a abandoned religious site. This is my bread and butter.
Please don't use that for butter on your bread.
I am like the images, like I think in images and like, oh my god, no.
I'm probably taking samples, and this is a pretty easy sample to take.
Yeah. Now put me down first. Yeah. Now gather that up, and I'm gonna walk away.
You might get dropped because you encouraged me to do it, and the best time to do it is
Care
now.
for your feelings.
That's fair.
It's like a little kid getting off a couch.
Look, I got stumpy legs.
They're good legs though.
I'm not sure I have glass vials, though, if I'm honest.
Hmm.
What would you take a sample of?
Just stuff it in your pouch.
He did roll a dirty 20.
That is a good question. What would someone of this technology level take a sample in?
Well, normally a glass jar, but if you don't have anything like that, do you have
Your
any?
pocket.
Yeah, kind of your pocket.
Maybe like
Yeah,
wrap
like
it in
this-
a
this
cloth.
still
Or
have a
no,
component
hang on,
pouch.
hang on,
It'd
hang on.
probably go in
You
a component
probably
pouch.
have pouch or paper, right?
Right.
Yeah, I could wrap it in paper. That
Yeah,
makes
so
sense.
you'd make like a little scoop. I've actually done this, not with bird poop. You'd make like a little scoop with the paper, and you'd scoop it up, and you'd like shake it into the middle. You crease the paper, and along the. God, I don't have any paper. You crease the paper along the, like the middle, and then you crease
Hot dog.
it again
Not hamburger.
along like perpendicular to that crease, and then you scoop stuff up into the middle crease, and then you twist up the top.
Yeah, it's been a really long time, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I really thought I wasn't going to have enough content for tonight, but I have to keep
But there
remembering
was
who
rat-
I'm
You haven't
dealing
even
with.
gotten past the
You-
room.
Did not
We're
account
easily
for that.
amused by poop.
So
Like-
far, none of you have touched the things that I built specifically for tonight. I just putting that out there. You're playing with the map that I got off the internet. So continue.
Nice.
Gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, you're doing it. No, I love it. This is great content. Unsarcastically great content. All right, what else you got?
Well, I feel like during this time I'm making my way towards the back.
Okay.
I'll keep a few paces behind him to make sure he doesn't fall in a pit and die or anything.
Roll a perception check.
Wow. For Quentin?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, Brooklyn, check.
That is 26.
So you get to about here and realize that there is a dead body on the ground,
Oh,
Good.
and
Man,
that
it takes you-
behind that
takes you
dead
that
body
far?
is
Goodness.
it's dim in here is an altar covered in blood. And upon further examination, you discover that this dead body is missing a foot.
Do you say anything?
Which foot is it missing?
It's left one.
Mm-mm. So I'll kind of walk up to it and like cross my arms and kind of looking down at it and kind of like shout over my, not shout, but like stage whisper over my shoulder, Droosh, get over here.
Now what? And he'll kind of lumber up behind him.
I could feel the inertia with which he started moving the way you said that. That was great. This body's missing its left foot, and there's quite a bit of gore here. How fresh does this body look?
Very fresh. Like it's still. No, it's not leaking. Hang on, let me remember weird blood
Leaking.
stuff. It's not leaking anymore, but it's sticky, and it's still reddish.
Like the blood is not dry.
Right. The blood on the altar, some of it's dry, but some of it's fresh. There's like a puddle.
I mean, I'm still watching the bird poop.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
Sorry.
I'm gonna come up behind them at this point.
Does this guy have anything identifying on him? I'll kind of take my rapier out and kind of like use it to like pull his jacket back or anything like that. Look for any sort of.
So, disclaimer: this is
Medallions.
the only image of a dead body I could find in my tools. So I know it looks like a dead soldier, but what I want you to be seeing with the power of your mind is
Mhm.
like an old beggar.
Yeah, okay.
Imagination.
Any sign of the foot?
Roll an investigation check.
Oh no. 6.
Okay.
Blood is not. Something about it is really bothering you.
With this commotion, I think I figure stuff out. And super excited. Go over there.
The rapier will go out sideways, like not to stick him, but to like block him.
Oh, no. Don't touch it.
Just-
Don't touch it.
Just
This
hold
is
on.
amazing.
Give me a second. And Shauna is not going to like this, but Quentin's going to lop off the right foot
Why?
Oh, come on.
and try and toss it on and like toss it up onto the altar to see what happens.
Oh, that's clever.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you so it's no warning, nothing. Okay, so
Rapier goes out sideways, kind of like a stanchion, like
don't-
crossbar. Be like, hold on.
I don't think a rapier can cut through a man's ankle.
Yeah.
Not gracefully.
Depends how hard it's swung.
This isn't a
Yeah,
this
yeah,
isn't a
yeah.
foil for fencing. It's a rapier.
I know. I don't think it
Okay.
can cut through a man's ankle. Am I wrong
Like
about this?
in one fell swoop.
I will take you to sword class and show you some rapiers. They definitely can.
It
Okay.
depends how
It's a
sharp
weird
it
thing
is
to
say.
and how hard it's swung.
I don't
It is
feel like
unlikely,
continuing
I'll
to
give you
argue
that.
about this. So I would just like to point out that we were all talking over each other, and if you could read really fast, all of the captions
You could
reflect
skip
that.
all the captions.
I bet it was really
Yeah.
exciting.
You don't have to
Um,
argue with him. You're the DM. You can
I
just say
know.
yes
True.
or
It
no.
is super
I
true.
know. I have decided that you cut through the foot and you toss it up on the altar, and for a second nothing happens, and then you hear somebody has a torch lit, right?
I have light cast on my sword.
Martella's sword.
Yeah, but
Now, there's light.
hey, yeah, but is there a torch?
Oh,
I
think
don't
Bruce
think
ended up
we have
lighting
a
it.
I don't think any of us have torches.
How long have we been in there?
Druge
Your
does?
butt is a
Okay.
torch.
Yeah. He's
You're a
probably
bit quiet,
holding
Tech.
it in his. He's probably holding the torch in his trunk.
Okay,
That's
great. The torch flickers.
better.
All I wanted.
ah.
Thanks, guys. The torch flickers, and you hear like a whisper start somewhere behind you, and then swirl around, and then around, and it builds up in like a crescendo around the altar, and then there's a weird like, you're all staring straight at the altar because I've decided, and there's like a weird schism, like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
almost as if the air above the altar like flickers, and the foot is gone.
Am I
I
still
would like
green?
to-
Yes.
Fine.
Could I kind of usher
I take it all back. That was awesome.
Brandon behind me so that he's in the middle of all of the big people?
Sure.
Well, now, I'm not a sheep.
Would you rather fight on your own?
Who needs to fight? Just crazy men. They're lopping off limbs again.
Well, I don't know how he did it with a rapier. He must be very strong. But
It's technique.
clearly, clearly something is going on here.
Right. He's got bacon grease in his pocket.
That's not at all what I was referring to, but I would prefer just stay here.
All right. I'm going to summon my familiar and begin a discussion about the events with said familiar.
This is that cute
Amazing.
little owl.
Oh, yeah.
Is it like this
Yeah.
big?
Feel like a pygmy.
It's bigger,
What
but
color
you know.
is it?
we're discussing, but only one of us is heard.
I thought you killed that owl.
He tried to flush him down.
It's
the
a
beach.
familiar. It doesn't do that.
Boy, he must not be very fond of you.
We have occasional disagreements, but we both pursue the intellectual.
Oh,
So Quentin
he'd
will
rather talk to an owl than to us. All right, that's fine.
He also got bird poop in his pocket.
Quentin will have dropped the rapier, so like if he wanted to go up and look now, he could.
I want to try. I want to cast detect magic
Oh.
and
Okay.
see what I see on the altar.
Uh-huh. I should have anticipated this.
I just kind of assumed there'd be magic.
Yeah, you would have
I
you
mean,
would have assumed
I
correctly.
guess.
I just didn't think of
You
that.
don't have anything else to do.
There's
No, it's a good move.
It's an excellent move. Let me think.
I will note
You-
that my drink needs to be refreshed, and it's 9 o'clock.
I think I mean, I can learn at School of Magic, I guess.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I have a cheat sheet for that, don't I? Yes, let's take a 5-minute break.
Evocation.
Ta-da!
Woo,
Don't forget to
bio
mute
break.
We're taking a
because
5-minute
captions will
bio
continue
break.
to pick it up.
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody stop your captions or mute your microphone.
Do I
She
just
said
stop
out loud
counting?
doing
You can do that.
herself.
Yeah. Or physical. Yeah. Muting Discord does not mute
Reading.
captions.
I can keep talking to stream. Hello,
No,
stream.
no more captions. All right, look, they stopped. I did it.
I think mine
They
stopped
stopped
too.
captions
Okay,
as
good.
well.
I'm going to put up my be right back screen, and we're gonna be right back. Okay, bye.
I cast detect magic. Ah. Ah, okay. I just like lift up my hand to like block it a little bit. I don't even know what this is. You said it looks like a portal? Okay. Guys, it looks kind of like a portal. I can't tell what it is, really.
And Quentin will kind of like look sideways at Brandel, a little impressed, and says, "Now wait a minute, Brandel. Did you just discover something and tell us about it?" And kind of like give him like a good-natured like elbow to the probably his hip based on his height, but it would have been like his rib cage.
He's across the room from you, mate.
Oh, he is. You're right. You're right. Sorry, I have too many windows open
He
right now.
throws his elbow around the room.
You try and chop off somebody else's limbs?
My discussion becomes more animated with the information of portal.
While all of this is happening, does the corpse in front of us smell anything like the scent we were tracking to get here? Okay. I will do that. Say 21.
Dun-dun-dun.
Ooh.
Sorry, which areas did you ping? I was taking notes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. So full proficient, not half proficient.
Is this towards any particular goal? We are looking for the guy. Gotcha.
Murder pants.
Dungeon Master. This is a temple, yeah. Could I try and pull some of my historical knowledge to see if you know, temples of this age typically had any kind of secret stowage or like entrances that weren't around, like visible and that kind of shit. Secrets.
Roll for secret history.
Oh God. Well,
Roll for grits.
with my bonus, it's a 12.
Sorry.
Could I approach the area that's nope, not the opposite of that. To the left, over kind of right in front of where I was standing. Closer to the column, like those two, I'm guessing they're vases. And then whatever this weird little thing that was right next to the pillar was.
Oi,
Or is that
I
just a
have a name.
torch? Okay, then I would like to check out those two jugs. I did.
I have an idea.
Oh. Okay. Well, satisfied that I made a foot disappear. Disappointed that I'm still green. Did you share this information, Marthala?
I will now. I'll kind of lean over my shoulder and say, "Oi, everyone. I don't know if you've ever seen a temple like this, but they typically have a few secrets."
So
I'm probably bubbling over just a little bit.
Did you piddle
Don't look
yourself?
so excited, Harlech.
I think by default I'd wandered over towards Druge and start looking around for anything that looks like a trip lever or a trap door or anything like that. Since Marthalla's got that side, I would like to investigate.
This is historic. I believe I have a right to be a bit excited.
I just imagined Harlot coming over and like shoving his face in whatever Quentin's looking at, and him just like face palming him backwards like 3 feet. Well,
Excuse me, I am the expert.
That's a 9.
Let's go, dude.
Lose my concentration by Harlot prattling on. Sounds about right. Harlot, like, get it. Just give us a second.
So I had this idea, right?
Yes.
I'm still in conversation with my owl. I think the owl is going to point something out. Arcane. Where a secret passage would be. I'm using Portent. It's 24. Well, excuse me, I was getting there.
Bloody weirdo talking to his owl.
Peel back the carpet.
Oh, snap!
Ba-ba-ba.
Oh, look, trapdoors.
Bum, bum,
We'll do better next
bum.
time.
Look shocked.
Who's
Jeez,
are we
Marlock,
still
don't
in
be
the
so smug.
initiative order, as it were? That's me. All right. I would like to persuade the temple to tell me all its secrets.
Nice. Let's go.
Okay, I'd like to sleight of hand the temple's goods.
Wow. You gonna buy a dinner first?
Yeah, I'm gonna see that trapdoor. Walk away. Yeah, the other way. So I would like to go to the altar and check that out using religion again. That's no good. That is a 7. Wait. That is a 6.
I thought it was gonna get better.
Wow, that's so good.
Listen. Right. Right. I don't like the makers of this temple. They did not.
He will lumber past Quentin and Harlick and look over his shoulder and see what Brandon and Marthala are doing. Have they seen the trapdoor?
I saw it, and I want nothing to do with it.
I'm just obliviously staring at these things on the ground.
Jugs.
Cool. Druge will kind of clear his throat loudly and trapdoor.
Druge, I found this really cool thing. You've got to come see it.
Is it a
It's
trapdoor?
No, there are no trapdoors here.
Perfect.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to admit that I didn't find the cool thing.
Druge
I'll
will clear
kind of
his-
like half round the pillar to actually physically wave him over and then see that there is a trapdoor and just lower my gaze and walk across the temple.
Oh no! Show him the jugs, you. Show him the jugs.
Wow, you couldn't even get that out of you.
Yes, I know.
I beg your
Everybody knows-
pardon.
You said you had nice
Everybody
jugs.
knows you found the door. Great.
And I will go over and attempt to open said trapdoor.
Brandon, stop playing with the dead body.
I'm not.
Whoa.
Oh.
Dun, 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 da-da.
Whoa.
Glad we were all standing directly around it. The death
I
portal is
was
only on the
not.
inanimate block.
Well, Mullock, after you. Mullock. Molloch.
You guys, that showed up as mullet for a second, and I was really excited.
Mullet the owl.
Mullet the owl.
I mean, there's a bunch of different pronunciations, but let's not worry about it.
Good old Mullet and Jeff.
believe that's a British exclamation.
Did I burn perception discovering the skill challenge, or do I still have that? Great. Then I will attempt to perceive any smells from down there that may be dangerous to us.
Like pee.
Yeah,
What?
that,
Yes,
that is
like
also
pee.
included.
Don't. It was hilarious.
Well, I don't see why I should go first. You're the one who found it.
You sound a little crazy when we can't hear the owl.
I'm going to use my roleplay point. Oh, that's way better. 22.
Can I ask a rules question real quick? Sorry. When do I have during these things when we're not in initiative order? When do I have the opportunity to give bardic inspiration?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, no, it's a bonus action, I believe.
Whenever you decide to play a song.
So, like, I could wait till Druge goes, fuck. And then I go, wait. Bardic inspiration.
Usually it's as long as
Have
the,
you thought
the
about
pass
sniffing
fail
over
hasn't been
there?
invoked.
Yeah. That just made me think, hey, I have this tool that I haven't been using. When would I actually be able to, like, he got saved by the RP point there, but okay, cool.
Is the bardic inspiration, is that before he rolls at all?
It says, let me see here. Bardic inspiration says, this can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Got it.
For anybody with
So if you roll and you know it's bad, you can be like, "Hey, inspiration, huh?"
Yeah, I mean,
Before
in battle you have
rolled a
like
4.
in
for
initiative
anybody
order you
with
have
decent
10
memory,
minutes.
portent works if you roll poorly and don't want that before it is decided whether you are successful or not. I can potentially swap out with one of the two rolls I have.
Got it.
Don't ask me anymore for the session. The second roll is bad.
So bardic inspiration, he gives you a, what is it, a D4, D6 currently?
D6, I believe.
D6, and then you can add a rolled D6, whereas portent makes it a specific number. But both of them are before Sean is like, it works or it's dumb.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Oh.
So it's not going down, it's traversing laterally.
And I will relay that to everyone else. And kind of look back over my shoulder at Brandon.
Okay. Yeah. Has anyone gone down? No?
Now lead the way, mate.
I guess I will go down and investigate. Can I use investigation? Have we used that? Oh, okay. Then I will investigate. That is... Oh, no! I rolled a 1.
He falls down the stairs.
Wait, you rolled a 2.
Twice as good.
Good.
Double value.
Look, I'm not even
That
going
was so
to waste an
helpful.
inspiration on
with-
that because that's
I mean,
only 8.
It would be a 5 plus the 1 if Harley wants to give me the 1, but I mean, I won't.
I'm not gonna
I mean, I
use it.
don't feel like
It's
it
funny.
has any like point, but he said it, so I don't know. So
Hey,
yeah,
it's better
that's
than a
fine.
1.
I mean, yeah, I
It's
guess.
not a crit fail. That's all I can offer.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. So your total is a 5 or a 6?
A 6 with the
6.
portent, it would be a 6. I'm just trying to see what's up. I'm investigating.
That's not foreboding at all.
It's the giant boulder.
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
Right.
Look, it's not my fault Marthala isn't skilled in anything.
I also think that's the
right?
first
Like
skill
I have
challenge I've ever
investigation,
failed.
and that's it.
It's not your fault that several other people rolled very, very badly.
I think this is the way.
Can I
This is
follow
the way.
him down gracefully and with acrobatic grace? I really wanted to though. Like I wanted to do a backflip down the stairs or some shit.
Wow, a backflip?
To be fair, it's not that dark because her sword has light.
How
Yeah,
does it look
yeah.
like I'd fit down the
I
tunnel?
do.
I mean, at this
It's
point, I'm gonna do it
uncomfortable.
just to make Moloch feel bad.
I'm going to stick with Trush.
I'll go down, but I'll go down last in case I get stuck. Good.
I'd kind of turn to Trush and say, why don't we head back out topside?
You can head with the rest. I'll meet you back on the other side.
All right. And then as soon as he like starts turning around, I'm gonna still stay topside and just follow him. Like 15 feet back or something.
Sure.
Do I notice him following me? It is
Can I roll a stealth?
13.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
That one
It's a
doesn't matter.
single room.
Why are you sneaking on him?
Oh, I see. Okay. I'm not proficient in stealth anyway. Wouldn't count.
I don't know what you're talking about.
For our tokens.
The ones that are going through the tunnel. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ta-da-da-da!
It's a not so shortcut.
Stop.
Push, no push.
Ooh.
Push, no push.
I would assume it's more for escaping if you're penned in.
Oi, mate, how'd you miss this on the way in?
Maybe it was a sizing issue. Maybe you should have tried it.
Just not
I don't
trying
have
to
the
be mean or
nose
anything,
that
but it
you
is
do.
closer to your height.
He may not have come out that way until we went in as well.
Do you all think that do you all think that perhaps he cut off that poor fellow's foot?
You know, Marthala, that's definitely possible.
Well, then why are we
turn
looking
to
so
Druge and
hard
kinda
for
like
someone
big
who
eyes.
cuts off feet?
So that
he
he doesn't keep
cut
it
off any more
going.
feet.
Well, right, but I quite value mine. Shouldn't we just go back and tell his caretaker where he is?
Right, yeah, right. You got the right idea, yes.
Gotcha. I did forget that. Thank you.
Are
GM.
you not at all concerned about the people's feet he could cut off in the future?
We are also getting paid the other half when we go back.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
I'm responding.
I thought I had an ally there.
I forgot that we had been hired to investigate. I totally forgot about it. Because I was not here for that session. So thank you, GM. Should we have tried to help that man?
That being said,
Well-
Quentin, brilliant decision.
Yeah, we should have tried to help him, Angel Face, but Quentin here just decided to lop off his other foot. So now his loved ones can't, bury him whole or anything like that.
That was a brilliant deduction, and now he will get a cheaper coffin.
Oh.
And for those that know what they're talking
Just
about,
laugh.
he'd been dead for quite a while, so it wasn't any loss to him, and now we have information.
Well, should we perhaps
moderate amount of
remove
yeah.
his body so that he might be buried? Notify his family, that kind of thing?
Based on how close we are behind our friend, I think we might want to catch him first and swing back around. But that's a good idea.
Right, that's a great idea. Look, I just want to point out real quick. If we look around here, who's green?
I'll raise my hand.
Quentin,
Will.
can you not see that anymore?
Quentin is green. Right, I just want to point that out again. You know, he's not a reliable source of information. He's green.
What do the two have to do with each other?
He's green. You think anybody else here is green? Right.
I feel like that is a bit of a leap, but I cannot necessarily disprove your point.
See,
What do you... Wait,
Abstain.
time out. Quentin's green because he was brave enough to traverse that whole room before we did, if you recall correctly.
No, what I recall is he did it incorrectly.
We got through the room.
Right, because I did it.
Yeah, I sacrificed my good looks to save your life, but you tell the story you want.
Weren't we in a hot pursuit a moment ago, and now you all
Yeah,
are
do you guys hear
arguing
anything?
about
And I just
silly
jump
things?
over Relic and head down the path.
In observation, I will say that green does not necessarily affect attractiveness. It's just weird.
Harlock,
Right.
this isn't the time for you to make a pass at him.
He's
This
weird.
isn't-
Excuse me, madam.
We're in the middle of something.
I have better breeding than that.
And I'll just wink.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Mid wink at Marthala, I just glare at Harlick and keep going down the path.
I just mean I'd be more proper about it.
Right. Oh, yes. Good, mate. Nay, yeah, let's go this way, mate. You, my good friend. We're going to stick together. We got this.
Wow.
Killing me.
I think we're going down the path.
I'm gonna follow Druge because he knows where he's going.
Drew, do you
Yeah.
smell any more pee?
Yeah.
Marthala has 0 skills that can apply to this situation unless you want to let me do that backflip. I'll turn around to Brannon. I'm gonna turn around to Brannon, who obviously doesn't want to be here.
There's ghosts.
And I'm gonna
Like,
say,
what indication?
Brandon, I would feel more comfortable if you were here to help us all out. Besides, you know that there's more money at the end of this venture, things that we can put to good use to continue our journey and spread the good word. And I'm going to try and convince him that we shouldn't be actively trying to run away at every turn.
Ooh, calling you out.
I feel like that's a very difficult persuasion check.
A 17.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah!
Well, I'm not going to leave her behind.
Okay.
More acrobatics.
So far I've used investigation. Can I try and use nature to try and see if I can find any tracks? Okay. So I'm going to try and physically track him as opposed to smell track him. See if we can coordinate. That is a 15. Mm-hmm. I'll run up and so you said I see them sprinting away. I'll kind of not gonna reach down and pet it because or sorry, what does this dog look like? Ah, okay.
Get that bacon.
I'll take out like a fistful. Like if there's not much left, I'll toss it all of it. But I'll take like out a handful and toss it to him and say, "Good boy," and take off towards the guy. Okay. Oh, is the music too loud?
I've been muted this whole time.
Oh no! Well, good thing we have captions.
He was like, I'm not sure if she just really, really likes the captions or not.
Damn it. That sucks.
I mean,
Thank
Wah,
God
wah,
for
wah.
captions, I guess. I have got to check that.
whoops.
Thank you, friend. That was really nice of you. Please mention that in the future. I am sorry. Were you able to follow with the captions? I can do a quick recap if you'd like. You just got here.
Oh,
Cool.
Weird Man's getting text messages or something.
Hey, Wordman, can you mute when you're not chatting? Yeah, there we go.
We're getting a
Well, they found a dead body, and it was missing a foot, and then they cut off another foot and threw it on an altar, and it disappeared, and then they found a trap door, and then some of them went through the trap door, and then they came up through this hole that you see on the map here, and then they're trying to decide where to go, and Marthala is pleading with her buddy Brandon to stay with them, and he's like, I'm definitely not going to stay here on my own, and then Quentin was like, what is it, boy? And then a dog pointed the way towards somebody running away from them. And now it's Harlick's turn. Harlick, use a skill.
Man, I really think you should do a 30-second recaps of all of our sessions.
I could do that. I just don't think they'd be useful. Oh, I threatened to make you guys do recaps.
You did. Oops.
Too late.
That would have been particularly useful this time when I forgot to do my own recap.
It's okay.
Harlick, use a skill.
So I'm thinking, man, I'm thinking investigation is probably going to work. Though I could make an argument for survival, but we're trying to chase this dude down.
I'm interested in the argument for survival.
Well, survival allows for a bunch of things like tracking, a bunch of things like noticing details, paying attention to small things, and the sort.
And just to be clear, like, you guys know where your quarry is. Quentin is currently sprinting after him.
Right, we're pursuing, but small details can make the important
Yes, I agree.
cues if we don't see the person. Other people in a crowd looking in a particular direction, birds flying up from behind a house, all sorts of things.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make a survival check. That sounds good. I like it.
Ooh, that is an 18.
18. Okay, so you see, so you guys are sprinting after this guy, and we are now going to enter Theater of the Mind mode. So you guys are sprinting after this guy, and you do see like little pockets of like dust popping up and like birds flying. So you're able to follow him. He's making a beeline out of the Temple District towards Cheapside Cross.
Follows this way.
Next up is Relic. Brandon, sorry.
Right. I believe I would like to. I'd like to use my perception to try and see if there's any alleys or angles or ways that it looks like we cut off this individual without having to follow him directly.
I like it. Lay it on me.
Now, important question.
Sure.
Are there still spider webs about? Because that determines which dice I roll.
Yes, there are definitely spider webs
Interesting point.
on the gate behind you.
Okay.
Don't you have an RP point?
I don't know.
That is not a good sign.
If you don't remember, then you don't have one.
I mean, I've had several that I've never used, but they've been not used.
They lapse after an episode unless you weren't there.
And I cannot use Bardic Inspiration for myself, so that is a 6.
Blah, blah, blah.
That is 2 skill checks that I failed tonight. That is not. That is.
You're not
I'm
very
gonna-
skilled.
I'm going to continue with the theme of you're short and you can't see above the gates around the temples.
God.
You're pointing in a random direction. That way.
Yeah, and then I'll persuade everybody to run off.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is Drush. What do you do?
Can I use athletics to push myself to run even faster after this dude?
Yes.
Oh no.
Mm.
The boy gonna get squished.
Yes, you may.
I mean, it's not super great. It's an 8.
It's not great. It's an 8. Inspiration.
Yeah,
Cool.
someone needs help. No, but you
We
can't
are
just
not
yell.
having
No,
the
hang on. You
greatest
can't just
session.
yell inspiration. You have to do something.
Oh,
Run
You're a
faster.
bard.
yeah. He's chasing the mate. Yeah, go get him, Drush. You got him. We got your back, mate.
That'll do. Drew, yeah.
Somebody carry me.
That pushes it to a 13.
Oh God.
I mean, that's a pretty good roll.
It
off
is.
of 6.
You don't catch up. Like you don't grab him, but you catch up enough to him that you see him make it to Cheapside Cross and immediately hop up onto a roof.
A roof? Oh boy.
Is the roof on fire?
It's on to you, buddy.
Roof.
So you all run up to this roof, like up to this build. You're all running, right? You're all following. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Great. So you all
I
make
am
it to
shuffling.
you all make it to this building, and Druge makes it to the building, and he turns around and he points at the roof and is like, "You went up there." I am saying for Druge. Sorry.
Yeah, no, super fine.
Could I
You went up there.
try and assist Brandon along?
Yeah, I got stumpy legs and I
Yeah.
got a limp. It's
Why
in
do
good.
you have
Like
a limp?
like I'm not gonna carry him, but like
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him keep his dignity and just try and
There's-
usher him faster while sort of
Hold his
tossing
hand
him
like a
alongside
child
me.
running to get out of the rain.
There's no dignity.
Apparently,
there.
I got no dignity tonight. I can't see over the rim. I can't see into the altar. I can't see nothing.
So, Brandel, you make it up to the building, probably like right after Quentin, with Harlick behind you and Marthala and Brandon bringing up the rear. What do you do?
Okay.
You succeed.
Nothing really.
So
Nothing? Really?
You
can't
don't
be
have
true.
anything?
Not a thing.
Unless I can like somehow like use my stealth to like maybe find like a shortcut without this guy that's running noticing and like try to cut him off or something.
That sounds great. Roll me a stealth check.
You could sneak out in front and try to catch him off guard since he thought he lost.
That's not too bad. A 9 plus 4, so 13.
Another 13. So you do find an easier way up onto the roof than it's just straight, like, you know, still jumping it.
Straight.
And the gentleman you're following does not appear to have seen you.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this counts as your roll for chasing him, while you're on the rooftops.
Okay.
So you made it up on the rooftops, and you're doing a decent job of not dying while you're up there. The roofs here are all like overlapping each other, and like there's gaps and like 1 foot, 2 foot gaps, and like smaller gaps, and like some of the roofs don't feel super steady. Next up is Marthala. What are you doing?
Are we still in skill check mode?
Sure are. Isn't that fun?
Can I go ahead and use my acrobatic skill to try and sort of pivot and bounce and somersaults
That would be a
over
great one for
to
this.
complete
Yeah.
a takedown?
Parkour!
You
See,
could.
it is
Yeah, you
good
can
for
try for
parkour.
that. Yeah.
I
go
would
ahead.
like to.
Roll me a d20. Roll me a
All right.
acrobatic.
Remember, you have to actually say it, or you're not doing it.
You have to
Ah,
say parkour.
mother.
Inspiration.
What do I roll?
D6.
A d6. Right. Which d6 now becomes the question.
Go get him, Angel Face.
The right one.
Jump up there and
You didn't say
everything.
parkour,
Get him.
did you?
A D6 is the closest that.
Hang
That's
on
an
a second.
11
Did you?
all together.
Okay, I was gonna ask if you rolled a 1, but you. So you managed to get up on the roof, and you managed to stay gracefully on your feet, but you don't overtake him.
Well, shit.
Yeah, I know. Quentin, you're up next.
I was gonna say a D6 is the closest that Brandon will get to being decent.
Parkour.
I didn't get it. What is it?
It's,
A d6
No, it's better
d6.
if you don't, honestly.
It was.
anything.
I love you, Luth, but that was a terrible.
hey,
It was
as
a
long
bit
as
rough.
Justice
Don't
enjoyed
worry
it,
about it.
I'm
Get
okay.
it. I don't think anyone enjoyed it, Luth. I think they're just making noises about it.
It's same difference.
Blah,
No, I
it's
learned
a fun,
that.
let's be honest.
I learned that
This
that's
is
not
taking
true.
way more time. It was supposed to be a side comment.
Quentin, Yeah, see what you did?
Yeah. So I'm gonna use my athletics to kind of like triangle jump between an alley and get up on the roof quickly and see if I can make up some of the lost speed.
Yeah, roll me an athletics check.
Okay.
Death row, math, electric, death. Yeah, good job,
Oh,
Captain.
come on. That's a 8.
Could we all please stop rolling like shit?
No, I'm
Please.
really
I'm
enjoying
trying,
it.
man.
Well, since you asked,
You make it up onto the roof, but you're not at the front of the pack. Like, you are now behind Brandon for now. Harlick.
Okay.
Oh, I got this already. So I'm going to use investigation to figure out where he's going so I can be there before him.
So again, the roof's all over. I'm going to
Right.
stop talking. Roll me an investigation check.
Haha! Oh, it's a 10.
What is it?
It's a 10.
So the roofs are all overlapping. You're more able to tell where he's going if you're going to follow him on the street by the racket your whole group is making chasing him. But you're able to follow
So I can
along.
follow, but I can't proceed.
Or your investigation check gives you the idea that you're not going to be able to follow him on the ground. It'll be easier to follow him on the roofs. Your pick.
I do not think that Harlick is a roof person, so he's probably going to follow the noise.
Have you noticed the fact that there's a Loxodon in your party?
Also not a roof person?
Did you know that I knew all of this before I made this skill challenge on purpose?
I
think she's telling you to get up on the roof.
Follow the Loxodon?
No, I'm just saying, like, no, I'm not saying anything. Anyway,
Nope.
Brandon, what do you got?
I got nothing, mate. I can tell you right now, I'm not getting up.
That's fair. But you can use skills.
That's what you think. Druge hasn't taken his turn yet.
Right, so I've got deception, persuasion, and sleight of hand.
What about intimidation?
I'm not proficient in intimidation.
Oh,
Well,
I
fake 'em
forgot
out.
you didn't take that one.
I just have a shit ton of charisma, so intimidation is great. But
So
Persuade him.
make like you're trying to go around him and convince him that's the case.
no, okay. So can we see this dude?
He is like, you can see him every now and then when he crests a roof, but he's pretty far ahead of you.
So if I yelled at him, he could not hear me.
No, I think he could hear you.
Hey, mate, stop! I found your wallet.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Amazing. Or is it deception? Did you actually find a wallet?
Yeah,
I did not.
whichever. Which one are you rolling?
Deception.
Wow.
17.
He stops for a second, like on the top of a roof, and
Cheers. Wow.
like he stops, and you get pretty close to him before he takes off again.
Then he remembers that he doesn't have a wallet.
Yeah.
What? What's a wallet? Oh no.
Wallets are a thing in this world.
Yeah,
Not for him, though.
Mate, I found your money pouch.
Your coin purse?
Oh yeah, maybe he did. I've been missing that for weeks.
I'm digging the gaffer work. I'm here for it.
Yeah, sorry, that's the damn dog. Drews, you're up. That was really good. Yeah, you guys, you could throw a rock and hit him at this point, but he's still
You're welcome.
Could we
scrambling
throw a
up
rock?
and down.
Can I throw a rocket?
Drews still needs to get up on the roof or something.
I don't think Drew's trusts standing on a roof.
But I wanted to see it so badly.
I feel like that ends poorly for all parties
One
involved.
elephant went out
Especially
to
the person that
play.
has a roof.
What roof?
Can
That
I
would be the trouble.
use-
Yes.
It has a skylight now.
Right? Can I use survival in conjunction with my knowledge of the city from having run from here to there and back again to figure out his most likely dismount point?
Yes, that's excellent. That's an excellent use of survival.
And eloquently stated, too.
I'm pretty sure he's been thinking about it since I said he goes up on the roof.
That is correct. Also, that is a 17.
Woot!
Yeah, so you are thinking about all of the places where basically sun comes in as you made your way from the better side of town over to the temple. He's basically following the path that you guys took to get here, and he's vaguely going in the direction of Mistress Shines. There's a couple of spots closer to Mistress Shines than to here that open up a bit that he might be able to dismount at.
Great. I will point in that direction to anyone still on the ground or anyone who can see me on the roof, since I'm probably close to eye level at the roofs.
I think you were the last one to start your follow, so yeah, you're bringing up the rear at this point.
Cool.
Okay, we are back to Brandel. What do you got?
So I have sleight of hand, and I have Arcana.
You do have those two things.
So like, I don't know what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Think like a beach Furbolg.
That might help.
Can I like cast a spell or something?
You know what? I just realized what time it was.
Oh,
So, why don't we call it on Brandel trying to figure out whether he wants to use Arcana or Sleight of Hand. And we will pick up the chase the same time next week. Does that sound okay to everybody?
I mean,
Okay.
we'll probably remember, sure.
Same bat time,
I
same
wrote it-
bat channel.
I wrote it down. I'll tell you what's happening. Probably. Yeah, we'll leave it at Brandon's. Oh God, where are my notes? Oh, they're there. Okay, we'll leave it at Brandon. Really quickly, let's talk about what you guys learned tonight. Sorry, I lost track of time. We'll get through this real quick. What'd you guys
We
learn
are
tonight?
rubbish at following people.
Yeah, we are.
Slip out from under your feet.
We found a corpse that
Quentin
had
likes
yeah.
to lop off feet.
been murdered and declawed, so to speak.
I'm gonna write down missing a foot. Okay, what else did you learn?
We found secret passages.
That's true.
Um,
Tunnel.
and apparently the I'm sorry, I've totally forgotten the name of the person. Dunkel? Dunmore?
Dudman.
Dinsmore? Dudman.
Deadman.
He
Deadman.
he knows that we are on his tail now.
How you know you can score a tail?
One
There
would
were-
assume.
Right on
Yeah.
his heels.
We as a group, meaning Harlock, found all kinds of cool, significant lore in the temple.
Lord.
And I'm gonna be back.
Excitedly chatting with his bird about it.
Not that he helped
True.
in the pursuit at all.
All right. Anything else you want me to write down that you learned?
I had something, and then dogs happened.
That
I
does
see.
suck for you.
Yep.
Even Brannon is not immune to being persuaded.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I got persuaded.
What'd you say?
I don't know.
Okay. You guys ready for RP points?
Oh,
Yeah.
we did find out that the portal takes both left and right feet,
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
it's a mashup of all kinds of magic. that probably
Well, I
shouldn't be
mean,
mixed.
Brandel
yeah.
found that out. Didn't
Yeah.
share it though.
I told you there was a portal.
Kinda did.
He tried.
It was a
He
portal.
spoke more words than Brandel has ever put together in a
Yep.
session. Can we
Yeah.
baby steps here, you guys?
I want to nominate Marthala for punching me when I spooked her.
That was a very good moment.
Yeah.
I don't normally do nominations, but I was gonna nudge for that.
And doing like 9% damage to me.
4.
No, 9%.
Oh, yes. Other nominations.
Harlock
It's
for
a B.
acquiring the zoomies as soon as we go into the temple.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
I don't think I've lost them yet.
Technically, it'd be like 12% damage.
Okay, next. I do accept nominations from the stream. Any other nominations?
Rouge for not fitting anywhere.
Yeah.
Literally nowhere.
Sorry.
For being thick with 2 C's.
Dummy.
Under or over.
So-
Brandel for actually finally telling us about something that he saw. Character
I like-
development.
I like how you've received a nomination for knowing something and not telling anyone. And now you're receiving a nomination for knowing something and telling someone.
Yeah.
It's good.
Sort of telling someone.
Sort
like,
of, kind of, a little bit.
Halfway.
So these RP points for the stream are an effort for us to remember as a group like good role-playing moments. And the incentive is we'll vote on what the best moment was, and that person will get an RP point for next game, which for us is just being able to re-roll any D20 roll. Once. Okay, any other nominations? All right, vote away. So stream, I'm typing this into Discord, and the players will get to... oh, thanks. Thank you. What is your name? Wizard. Thank you, Wizard. So the players are all in Discord with me. We use Discord voice. Then I actually show them the Streamlabs pop-out thingy. They're seeing that through Discord so that they can see me move the tokens at the same time. Anyway, they are voting on Discord, our session chat channel on Discord with emojis. And usually it takes forever for some people to put an emoji down because they have to find just the right one. But
Man, there's a punch emoji? I feel bad.
I'm really amused that somebody found the punch emoji.
I'm
so
going
that's
to
good.
change to
You're
that.
welcome.
Also,
Did you just change your vote so that
Yes.
it could be the punch emoji?
Everyone did.
Yeah.
we also my husband also added the ability to emote with my dog. So she has 4 emote buttons, one of her sticking her tongue out, one of her showing her with her head thrown back and her showing her teeth, one of her looking sassily over her shoulder at you, and one of her being sleepy. So I see 5 votes, and there are 6 of you. Am I still waiting on... I am. Am I still waiting on Wordman?
Probably waiting on Wordman to find the appropriate emoji.
Did he take another nap?
No.
That's
Will
never going to
live
go
it
away.
down.
Nope.
He's looking for an emoji.
No, I'll just go with a punch.
You're following the group? What? So that's gonna
Oh,
be.
no.
It has 4 votes.
I know.
You guys are real excited for me to beat up Quentin, apparently.
Well, I think
I'm
it was.
super here
maybe
for it.
Quentin's real excited for
I
you to
think it
beat
was
up
less
Quentin.
you beating up Quentin and more like he scared you on purpose. Like that was
Yeah.
Quentin's intent was to sneak up on you and scare you, and your response was to turn around and be like and punch him. Like that's fantastic. I would just
Perfect.
like to say I played a character that Luth built for me based on me in another campaign, and somebody scared the shit out of me, and I stabbed them. Like, they jumped out
Really
of the
did.
bush, and I was like, "What?" and stabbed them like immediately.
For the
So,
stream,
you and
that
I
is
are
perfectly in character.
Yeah, it's super in character for me. Like, it was I love that character. Her name is Violet, and she is the best.
Violet is an
Septimus.
appropriate name too. I thought about
Yeah.
stabbing him with my greatsword, but I didn't want to kill him.
Yeah, but that would have been very in character. The punching was very in character, and that's the essence of a roleplay point: is you playing your character to the best of your ability. Okay, we're gonna do this again next week. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I don't know how. Oh, on Twitter, like 7spoon.
Twitter.
Go ahead and reach out and let me know if you have any questions. Definitely tell me if you like this new layout, or have any suggestions for that. Y'all are great. I'm gonna hang up on stream and talk to my players for a minute. We're gonna not say anything mean about our stream because we love our
Don't
stream.
forget to
Why would we ever say
stop your
anything
captions.
mean?
Well, I guess if we had trolls, but we haven't ever
Yeah,
had trolls,
that's-
knock on wood, so
Knock on wood.
We could be so lucky.
yeah. Okay, I'm hanging up on stream. Bye, stream.